Good afternoon, everybody. It's Josh here from Lookin for Games. It is Friday, November 19th, 2021, and it's time for this week's weekly update. Of course, with Thanksgiving coming up, we've got some changes to the schedule, and we'll go over those a little bit this week. But on Sunday, our miniature melee session is going to be featuring Marvel Crisis Protocol, and we will be kicking off a narrative league using the modules from the Defend Magic event that Atomic Mass Games had back in September, October. So, and we've also got some new stock that we're announcing today. That's come out basically just in time for this league event. So that is Defend Magic and Marvel Crisis Protocol kicking off on Sunday. Also on Sunday, we've got our one session this week for Looking for Adventure. So keep that in mind that Happy Thanksgiving is not an adventure that we'll be partaking for Looking for Adventure. But we'll be back, of course, next week. On Sunday, DM Jeff and DM Jackie will be running their mini adventure sessions, and then we'll be back with a full slate of schedules the following week. For game night this week, for November, we've been doing our kind of store classics or store favorites, and I'm kind of fudging it a little bit because I was super excited when this particular title came out, because Machi Koro is one of my favorite games and one of the store favorites. We decided to hedge our bets a little bit, so to speak, and we are running Machi Koro 2, the latest release from Pandasaurus Games. And this is a 2 to 5 player, basically a city builder. And the cool thing about it, they've added some very unique setup and a different way to play every time you get out there. Some very unique landmark cards that are very powerful. And so we're looking forward to getting Machi Koro 2 to the table. Of course, if you missed it last week, we'll be running on on table 2. We'll also be running Everdell. So 2 fantastic games that are available for game night. Of course, if for whatever reason you're not interested in either of those games and you still want to check out our over 300 titles that we have available in our demo library, great night to do it is game night. Come in and check out what we have available. Now, as I mentioned, of course, we're closed on Thursday. We'll be opening back up on Friday for our Black Friday event. On Saturday for Saturday Magic at LFG, we'll be running a a modern tournament, and so all of that'll sort all of our schedule back into place and start things back up fresh going into the following week. So Black Friday, of course, is coming up very soon. The lists have been compiled. We're putting all the pricing and all that stuff together. And starting on Monday, we'll start doing our little teasers, similar to what we did last year. And if you missed the Black Friday sale last year, we do something a little bit unique. We always have a bunch of stuff that's heavily discounted and then on sale. And then you can also roll a D20 for an opportunity at additional discounts. So looking forward to seeing everybody for our Black Friday sale. Coincidentally enough, it happens on Friday. Painting with a purpose. All of the banks are ready. All of the ferry towers are ready. All of the Kraken towers are ready. And you'll be able to pick these up starting tomorrow when we open at 11 o'clock. So if you have already signed up with us, we've already got your information and we're ready to go. So all we need to do is get these towers into play and start seeing some of the tremendous things that you guys have planned for these 3D towers from Fate's End, as well as the mini meeple project, the Kraken Bank, which they're also very cool. So looking forward to seeing all of that. And of course, the main focus, the main drive of this, not only to have fun painting these wonderful pieces, but also to raise money for our favorite charity, Extra Life, which benefits Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. So that'll be available for pickup starting tomorrow at 11 a.m. As I mentioned, new in stock for Marvel Crisis Protocol, the miniatures game, the Doormamu Ultimate Encounter. This thing is an absolute beast. If you've played the game, it is a size 5, so it's about the same size as one of the apartment building terrain pieces that this game has. And looking forward to seeing how that fits into the table for our Defend Magic narrative league that will be kicking off, of course, on Sunday. Some beautiful pieces. Another great piece come out from Marvel Crisis Protocol. And also, as I mentioned, in stock, the next release with this next release for Marvel Crisis Protocol, Blade and Moon Knight. Of course, Blade is the vampire hybrid, and Moon Knight, as I learned, is either crazy or he has superpowers from an Egyptian god. So, so some very cool stuff coming out today for Marvel Crisis Protocol. Also for Marvel Champions, the living card game from Fantasy Flight Games, War Machine. The next pack has come out, and already seen that get to the table a little bit, and there seems to be a lot of buzz for this particular set, and that is available in stock today as well. Marvel Champions, War Machine. Carcassonne, the 20th anniversary set. This thing is absolutely beautiful. Carcassonne was probably one of the first tile placement games that I've ever played, and for most people that have gotten into board games, this was probably the first tile placement game that they played as well. They've added some new illustrations, some new characterizations for the meeples. Again, first time I ever heard the word meeple was playing Carcassonne, so we owe a lot to Carcassonne. Another one of those classic games, and celebrating its 20th anniversary from Z-Man Games, and that's available in stock today. From Pandasaurus Games, new in stock, That Time You Killed Me. This is based on some beautiful four-dimensional chess elements. Basically, it's a two-player game, and you are traveling forward, backwards, frontwards in time to try to either keep the credit for your inventing of time travel or gain all of the credit from someone else for inventing time travel. So it's a really unique, abstract game from Pandasaurus Games, and can't wait to see how that looks when it gets to the table. And that's available new in stock as well. Got a lot of new product in stock. Wavelength, the latest party game from Palm Court and Asmodee. This is a team play game where essentially what you're trying to do is figure out whatever the chosen psychic, try to score as close to what they're thinking as possible. Watching some of the videos and setup for this, I don't want to give too much of the way. That's why there isn't anything except this really funky display of what the board, the cover looks like. It's a really, really cool party game, and we're definitely going to get this to the table for one of our game nights. It looks really neat. And again, no spoilers on this one. You're just going to have to check it out. That's Wavelength, available today. And finally in stock, the much anticipated release of Cthulhu Star Galactica, Unfathomable from Fantasy Flight Games. This hidden identity deduction and I guess alliance type game. You are trying to either make sure that the ship Atlantica makes its way to Boston, or you're trying to make sure that it never sees the light of day ever again. So there's a very cool story elements. Of course, this is in the Arkham Horror Files category. So Cthulhu Star Galactica. I couldn't think of a better name. Unfathomable. Which is a lot harder to say for some reason. Unfathomable from Fantasy Flight Games, this 3 to 6 player game. And again, this is another game I think is going to make it to the table for game night very soon. Unfathomable from Fantasy Flight Games. Of course, now through December 9th, if you can drop off a new unwrapped toy in our collection box. It's by the register. Doesn't have to be something from our store, but we do have product available if you want to chip in and add to this collection for Toys for Tots. They've been picking up on a regular basis. So unlike last year where we basically got in under the wire, we've already had a couple of pickups, and real excited to see everybody that's contributed up to this point for Toys for Tots. In the queue this week, once again, I will bang the drum for our roll into 2022 New Year's Eve party. We do have some spots available left, including the spaces in the War Room and in the Dragon's Den. So swing by the store for those details. And looking forward to seeing this thing come to action. Our first big event for 2022, rolling into 2022 on New Year's Eve. And finally, a couple of titles coming soon. El Dorado, we are very hopeful that we will have that before the end of next week. Just announced from Games Workshop for Warhammer 40K, a whole slew of new Battle Force boxes that are going to be coming in December. The Arkham Horror LCG and the Edge of the Earth expansion. And then finally, Camel Up 2.0. These are all coming very soon to here at Lookin for Games. And of course, we always try to get some of these new titles to the table for game night as well. So if you enjoy our content, please like and subscribe. Feel free to tell others because, as I always say, you shouldn't be the only one to suffer. Thanks for watching this week's update and have a great day.